Hello everyone and welcome back to another Grand Prix for F1 2008 season livestream. This is round 2, the Malaysian Grand Prix, and after round 1 the standings look like this. We lead the championship because obviously we won, so obviously no changes in the standings from round 1, and so the only really important thing to look at is the constructors, but we lead that by 7 points over Ferrari. Ferrari didn't have a very good race last time out, so it's kind of mirrors the real life version. Anyway, without further ado, yeah, standings part 2. Well, no one has points here, so it's not really entertaining, but you know, at least you guys have a look at this. We'll go to the game now. I need to start it up, so give me a few seconds. I normally don't start it up beforehand because if I go out of the window and then go back, the game crashes, so yeah. We'll have to wait a little bit, that's it. And we can go. Hopefully it starts normally. Alright, here we go. Were the drivers normal this time? Because I remember Rubens not having the right driver name. Now he does, okay. We're not gonna pick Rubens, of course, what the fuck. Malaysia, okay. Options, just to do my final checks. It's all good, realistic weather. Obviously not hoping for any wet weather, but there's a big chance. And Friday free practice, please. And it's dry. Thank you for that. Hello, Costa, welcome to... Wait, you changed your name? It doesn't say Hugo anymore, or are you trying to keep your first name secret? Oh, here we go, another loading screen. At this point it shouldn't be much of a surprise, I'm just pointing it out. Quirky Malaysia circuitry show. Quirky. I would call it more legendary. I mean, this track is... it's a shame it's gone, that's all I can say about it. It's a great track, very lots of straights and sweeping corners and quite some challenging corners as well. I'm not gonna do any setup yet. I don't know if I had one, probably not, but I'm not gonna go into another loading screen. I just want to get out on track. Oh, and I also need to move my keyboard to the other side because it's better to have my hand on the throttle. Hello, welcome to the stream. I went out before he even said clear, but here we go. Oh, the release of the pit limiter is very soon. It's been a while, I haven't touched this game in 2 weeks. I don't know why I always have to mention that, but I do love this track. It's a shame it's gone. Do I even have... Okay, I do have 7 gears, so I might already have a setup. That usually means there's already a setup loaded, and that is a horrible third corner, and Massa is right behind me. Just like in Australia, I'm gonna let him through. Oh, loads of understeer. Oh my lord, gravel. 360. That's, I think Barrichello. We just went zoom past. I don't know why my car is understeering so much. I did realize in Melbourne, when going to qualifying, the understeer wasn't as bad as in practice, or maybe it's a practice thing. I don't know why that is, as there's now a BMW behind me. Getting the braking zones right in this on this track is crucial. I don't think I'm struggling with anything else yet. Thank you, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you in the chat. I just watched your highlights of the Japanese Grand Prix. Didn't go too well, I saw, but shame of that engine failure. Again, that's actually quite impressive to have 2 engine failures back to back at Japan. Moving on. I think over a whole lap I am faster than the AI, but hopefully we won't catch him up too quickly, so I can have a proper lap. I'm just doing this so I am confident enough to go into the race, because if I'm spinning and crashing all over the place, then I'd rather not jump into the race or qualifying immediately. But we are catching Heidfeld on a practice session lap. Now, of course, practice doesn't mean anything, but I'm just making sure I get the lines right and everything, which is not this corner. Lots of understeer in those two corners. I'm wondering if my car is more fitted for straight line speed than corners, because this doesn't feel good. So I might have to have a look at my setup. Although I actually want to go into qualifying first, and if the same handling is applied, then I will have to make changes. But from what I gathered from Australia, the car handles different in practice than it does in qualifying. Could also be the fuel load, but it doesn't have. It's not a big difference, so I doubt it. And that is definitely not the way to take that corner. Car is powered by a Mercedes engine, yes sir. I'll do, if I can do 2 laps consecutively without any mistakes, I will head to qualifying. There's a lot of traffic, but maybe that's a good test as well. Yeah, of course, this lap won't be comparable to anyone. I do realize that the first few corners are a bit tricky for the AI. They take a very difficult line. Geez, and we are 8/10 quicker than Kubica in the first sector. I am once again saying this is practice, so don't take anything that's happening here as what will happen in the race, especially now that I'm so darn slow in that corner. I really wonder if that's my setup. That my car is really too much built on straight line speed. Yeah, it's cost me 1.7 seconds. It's crazy. So middle sector is definitely room for improvement. The first sector is going flawlessly, basically. And I need to figure out where to brake for this corner. It's quite a difficult blind corner. I mean, all blind corners are, but at least this will be a valid lap. And then I'll do one more and then go to qualifying, as these two are having a fun little ding-dong battle, as I am going... It's a mistake, but I've kept it on the track. Massa with a 136, I'm nowhere near that, but then again, you might make some setup changes. 3.5 seconds off. They go very wide into turn 1, probably to have a very good exit on the second corner, but then... Look at these two. Oh, oops, my bad, I didn't expect him to... Okay, that's also, yeah, okay. I should have seen that coming. I'm not going back, sir. Oops. My bad. I'm just gonna go into the pits. Was it Q? It was Q, okay. I think that's it. Oh. Yeah, I can just leave now. I didn't do 2 laps. I don't care. I think it's fine. The car handles differently anyway. Dry session for qualifying as well. That's good. Loading screen number 2 and number 3 when we once we've made the setup. I'm just making sure Alonso doesn't have any practice time, because he was quick in this season, albeit in the second half of the season, not in the first half. In the first half, Renault was really ass. There you can see the in real life results from the race in real life. Did I just say real life twice? I don't know. Alright, car setup. Let me have a look what it was. Also need to make one for the wet, by the way. Was it the same for the gear ratio? Yes, so what was the wings like? 12 and 11. Maybe I should make changes because I haven't even driven the car yet in qualifying. But it's good to know that I have my priorities straight when it comes to wet weather driving, but I will increase the wings in that case. And the ride height. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still going for dry qualifying. Oh, the practicing qualifying is gonna take, well, no shit, the longest, but it's not because of the driving, it's because of these loading screens. And I will have a fit about it every time we go, I get into this game. Alright, not gonna go out yet. First one, make sure the other cars make their lap times first so I know what I'm up against. And fighters. Oh, yellow flag. There was a yellow flag there for a second. Interesting. Fuel. We're not gonna do 12 laps of fuel. Thank you. 6 is fine. Let's go. Oh, that's a Force India. Alright, 33 minutes on the clock. We are released. Anyone in my mirrors? No. Oh, okay. Did not hit the grass, well, obviously, but that was really stupid. I wasn't paying attention. Let's see if this corner is any better. Oh yeah, much better. See, I don't know why qualifying just has a different handling than practice. And I don't understand. Is it really the fuel? It can't be the fuel. A few extra liters of fuel should not make that much of a difference. And again, I'm not an engineer, so... But it doesn't make sense. We will be able to make a way better lap time now. What was my previous time? Like a 39 high or 140 even? In any case, I was 3.5 seconds off a 136 by Massa, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this feels way better. And normally the race has the same handling as the qualifying, so... Only the conditions are different. I don't know, I'm trying to find out why that's happening, or why that's a thing. Anyhow, that was a very bad final corner exit. And Massa again with a 36.6. Turn 1 going fine. They pretty much nailed the first sector. Let's see if we can look at that in the first sector, or the second split. Yeah, half a second up. And now with this being a much easier corner to take now without the understeer, this will be a very good lap. Although I still think the middle sector is quite weak for me. Hello. Could be track wear, but it's weird that it happens twice. 4 tenths up still. 1 more sector to go. It's still a very difficult corner. One more corner to go. Oh, very wide. And that is a 1:36.1, half a second up on Massa's time. Provisional pole. For now, at least. I'm gonna head back into the pits and... Well, we can do another lap, but half a second is quite a lot. If we were only like 2/10 or 1/10 ahead, maybe even less than that, I would have done another attempt. But it's been a good qualifying so far. We only needed one lap, just like in Australia. So they are not very difficult in qualifying, but they are very difficult in the race. So I could have as many pole positions as I want. It doesn't mean anything for the race, to be exact. Massa was quite how do you say that? Quite equal on pace with me in Australia. And I have tested this game, and it makes sense. In Ace, it was very difficult to get pole, but it was impossible to keep them up, with them in the race. And here, it's easy to get pole, but it's difficult to actually drive away from the AI. So you always be under pressure, and that's actually what I want in a racing game. I don't want to blindlessly win or lead every race. If it doesn't get too easy, I might have to change the difficulty. But for now, it's fine. As we head into the pits. Now, Hamilton didn't get pole position in this Grand Prix. He did get 9th or 8th, at least it was 8th and 9th for... Or it was 9th and 10th, I'm not sure, but they got penalties. That's the reason why they started so far back, but even without the penalties, that would have been 4th and 5th. And then also Hamilton had that issue in the pits. Hopefully we won't get any issues in the pits. Pretty much it. I will not leave instantly. I will just accelerate time and hopefully still be in... Oh, I don't want to leave the pits. And that's it. We got pole position 2 times in a row. Awesome. I wish I could have music, but it's copyrighted, so I'm not doing that. Full session times, please. Although we will see that at the grid start anyway. Pre-race warm-up doesn't mean anything. I thought that the pre-race warm-up would have the same weather as the race, but I did a live stream before this, and that was definitely not the case. So, the Malaysian Grand Prix, 28 laps. We have Hamilton on pole, then it's Massa, Raikkonen, Kovalainen, Trulli, Heidfeld, Kubica, Webber, Alonso, Glock, Rosberg, Button, PK, Coulthard, Vettel, Barrichello, Fisichella, Nakajima, Bourdais, Sutil, Sato, and Davidson. And it's a full dry race, thank you for that. I will do a 1-stop on 55% again. I don't want to take any chances or take any risks. I will go pit on lap 16. If I can manage that, or just 15. I'll probably just pick 15. And maybe stretch it if I can. Car setup was fine. I guess we're good to go. The Malaysian Grand Prix is next. And I'm a bit nervous. Takes a bit of time, but we'll get there. "17 laps of fuel, that must be plenty. We're starting on the good side of the track this time. I think. And we're off. half decent start. I think I'll be passed. I hear an engine next to me. Raikkonen has backed off. Massa's still on my inside, I think. Oh, and he's taken the lead. He just went flying past. I didn't expect that. We have a much better exit out of the second corner. Round the outside is probably not going to happen. Slipstream into turn 3. He's blocking. Okay. We have to settle for second for now. I feel a little bit of the understeer back, so it might be because of the fuel. Nah, it wasn't as bad as in practice, never mind. Can we catch or keep up with Massa? That's the question. Raikkonen is right on my tail. He's going to take the outside, I'm just going to keep it on the inside. Don't know where he is. Okay, he's still behind. I don't think this is going to be an easy Grand Prix. It's currently a Ferrari sandwich with Massa leading and Raikkonen right behind me. Still a long way to go. I'm just glad there was nothing going on in the first corner. I don't know if there were any incidents. I don't know if the first corner at this track sees a lot of incidents. Sometimes I just can't see Raikkonen in my mirrors. That was a horrible exit. I'm trying to find out where he is. I can't see him. .7 seconds to Massa already. See, that's what I mean. They're very slow in qualifying, so it's easy to get pole. But once you lose it, it's not easy to get back. They are very slow in the second corner though. So I might just have to take it from that. Everyone is still in the race. Super Aguris made good starts. They're not lost anymore. They usually are. Let's curb. Ude has a fast top speed than I do. That's interesting. Oh my god, it's especially the second sector where they catch up to me. So I just have to get it from the first and final sector, although the final sector is not very good either. It's just, it's by far the first sector, but only slightly in the last one. And totally not in the middle part of the track. Much tighter corner than I remember. I don't see Raikkonen in my mirrors anymore. And we just drove the fastest lap with a 37.2. Only a tenth quicker than Massa, as the gap is now only, you know, 1/10 less than it was the previous lap. They don't take as tight of a line into that second corner. It's really cost them. Started with Davidson 17th and 19th. That's quite impressive. Not that they were like terrible, but the team wasn't very known for their pace, which ultimately led to their resigning of the sport in 4th round. I don't know if they participated. I think that was their last Grand Prix at least. Oh, hello. Didn't expect you to join here, but you're very welcome. We're catching Massa. Raikkonen has dropped off. Actually, no. Massa. Raikkonen is. I think Raikkonen is just as far behind me as I'm behind Massa. Okay, now Raikkonen is closing because I made the mistake. That corner is not easy. Yeah, I wasn't sure about the real reason, but they didn't really have good results, which probably means that they didn't have very good sponsorships, as Massa just responds with a way faster time. I think it was 3/10 quicker. Nah, 2/10 quicker. Slaughter has now lost a position to Fisichella. Bourdais is still lost, whatever he did, I don't know. I didn't see any yellow flags yet, so no one's made a mistake or gone off the track. Maybe someone has damage, but the gaps weren't as big, I think. And we are catching Massa. We have 3/10 or 4/10 quicker in the first sector. Yeah, Raikkonen is closing in. This is exactly what I mean. We are quite equal, and that's because the first sector I am very fast. The second sector I'm slow, and in the last sector it's equal. I think that makes for a fun race. I could overtake someone in the first corner and then be re-overtaken somewhere in the middle part of the lap when the second sector split happens. That one happened before that. That is the full flap done. No one has made a stop yet, no shit. Oh wait, that's actually quite interesting. Maybe someone has repaired that car after lap 1. I wasn't going in the replay because I didn't see a yellow flag, but that doesn't mean there wasn't an incident. No, okay, no one stopped, so... Okay, I thought maybe something would happen to Bourdais. Speaking of Bourdais and Fisichella, they weren't lost. This guy wasn't in the position he was before. So a lot of battles going on at the back of the grid. Not a lot in the front, but that's because I'm still trying to chase Massa and Raikkonen is trying to chase me. Where the hell is Kovalainen? He obviously doesn't have the same pace. But he did finish second in this race, so he wasn't incompetent. The one driver incompetent in this race was Massa, who spun off into the gravel. Now he's leading the race. So we just have to wait until he makes a mistake. Obviously that's not how it works, but... Sixth. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not really paying attention too much to the graphics, although I should. Surely, Heidfeld are in front of him. PK is doing well in 7th. Alonso is outside the points, and Kubica as well. Slaughter and Davidson are 18th and 19th, so they're still doing strong. And we're now on lap 6, 5 laps complete. We are still in the hunt for Massa. If it ends like this, we will be tight on points. But although I have to say, in the first few rounds, the championship is still, coming alive. So it's more like just getting as much points as you can. And it doesn't matter who has, who's equal in points and whatever, because there's a long season ahead. But it's fun to point out, especially now that we have in real life one more race to go. With the top 3 drivers being separated by 12 points. And we haven't had a 3-way battle since 2010. And 2010 was even a 4-driver 4-way title fight. But by the time we will get a 4-way driver titles fight, I think will be 10 years from now. Unless Verstappen gets a competent teammate, or the car is not made for one driver only. I have to say, Pro really is the best AI level I could have chosen. It's incredibly close in terms of lap times, and the gaps are not really shrinking or growing. Qualifying might be a different story, but almost went down a gear. I'm glad I didn't press that button. Well, I did press the button, but I'm glad the game didn't let me. Hello Sampus, welcome to the stream. We're on lap 7, 6 laps complete. Running second, I started first. Now I'm in a Ferrari sandwich, my teammate's 6th. So 5 is Massa, me, Raikkonen, Trulli, and Heidfeld. Pit stops are in about 10 laps, 9 laps from now. So we have some catching up to do before that time comes. I mean, it was all a big investment and sacrifice. Together with Honda, yeah. Hey, that's the fastest lap of 36.9. Still 1.5 seconds behind Massa, but we've driven away from Raikkonen a bit, who's way ahead of Trulli, where the rest of the field is just gone at this point. Piquet has lost all positions in the points. And at the back it's still the same drivers. Might have to look how much fuel I have in the car by the time we cross the line, because I started with 17 laps of fuel. I think, yeah, 17 laps. So I want to see how much laps of fuel I'm wasting each lap. Oh, why am I in 5th gear? I didn't even gear down. It cost me some time. Not a lot, but some. This will be the 8th completed lap. So we should be on 9 laps of fuel, ideally more. We have 10. Okay, so we're using. I think it's 0.9. Would that make sense? 8 times 0.9 is 7.2. Yeah, that could be. We're using 0.9 laps of fuel per lap, and we are closing in on Massa quickly now. That gap is no longer more than a second. And our gap to Raikkonen has increased, so we are the faster man now. Indeed, 0.8 seconds. And now he's driving away again, because we've entered sector 2. I'm really scared to just lose the car on one of these curbs. It's so... In any game, you can say that the curbs are very, scary, but in the whole Grand Prix series, the curbs are definitely the more scary. No other game can compare. Also, I haven't really tested the hard tires. I don't see a reason to use any other tire apart from the soft. See, we are in the exact same gap now behind Massa as we were when we crossed the line. So it's quite funny how that works. I'm not gonna repeat myself. Some curbs, yeah. Oh, Kovalainen is 5th. He's past Heidfeld. Webber and Alonso are in the points. At the cost of Piquet, who's dropped to 11th. And Barrichello's moved up into 16th. At the cost of Nakajima. Nakajima's dropped off as well. Anyhow, we are only half a second removed from Massa. We're on lap 10 right now. 7/10. Okay, I thought it was lower than that. Oh, okay. Those weren't very good lines I took there. This is the corner where Massa lost it in the real race. I don't expect an AI to make a mistake like that. Oh, yellow flag! As soon as I say something about AI and mistakes, we'll have a look at that when we're on the straight. I'm not going to look at that right now. We have a very long replay. PK's out the race. Okay, well, that drop off he had from, you know, in the points to suddenly not being in the points might have been the reason. Or, you know, whatever problem he's having is the reason why he dropped off. That's what I wanted to say. Pause. Replay. Oh, fuck. Need to. Okay, that's 5. Where is PK? That's Alonso. Oh, he was off the track long before that. Engine problem. He is smoking quite heavily. So first retirement for him, and not in the spectacular manner that I thought it would be, but we don't have to. Cool. Yada 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 yada, and go. I want to go. What's the hater to Renault? I mean, Singapore is probably the reason, but it didn't happen yet. Or maybe it's against Flavio Briatore, which I understand. 1.1 seconds to Massa, 2.4 to Raikkonen, then a huge gap to the rest, which quite realistic, I have to say. Kubica is just outside the points. Massa again very slow out of the second corner. We are catching up a little bit each lap. It's now under half a second. When I took that curb on that inside corner, I thought I was gone. Curbs are a bit more forgiving than I remember. I think F1 Challenge still takes the cake. Those bumps were a lot more unforgiving. Yeah, I would have spun a long time ago when I went, if I did that in challenge. Oh, okay. Yeah, but taking Alonso out wasn't a personal attack. It was just stupid driving from me. I would like another fastest lap, please. We don't. Lap is the same. PK is still on the side of the track. No one has taken him over the wall. We pit with, I think, 13 laps to go? Okay. Bit wide. We are not catching Massa anymore. We're not getting closer at least. Yeah, GP2 was fun. Oh, how many front wings I've destroyed in that game is ridiculous. I would have been in debt by millions if all those costs of front wings were on me. I'm not taking the wide line approach anymore on that corner. I think that is, you know, a tight line is a lot faster. Not for I can't say for sure. Thank you. Bye bye. Yep, we close in a little bit. This is lap 13. So we'll pit in 2 laps. Oh, look how close we are. Can we even pass him with the pit stops? That actually depends on whether they'll go for pit stops or not. It's just also always a guessing game with the AI, if I'm honest. Okay, we didn't lose anything, or not a lot in the second sector. Only 4 tenths, which means we might have a chance in the next lap. We haven't been this close in ever. How much lap of fuel do we have in the car? 6. So we can actually go long, but I'm not going to. This might be under a second. With the fastest lap, a 1:36.6. And it is only half a second. Oh. That was planned, so I can have a better exit here. I should have had a better exit. I did not take advantage of my of taking the inside as much as I did. We'll pit next lap. A lot of curve once again. I need to stop that, and it's gonna go wrong at some point. As I said, I just jump over a curb right away. Turn 3 is definitely the best overtaking spot, but I just need to be close enough then. And right now I'm losing time again. No AI has pitted yet. That concerns me. What if no one pits? It's just I'm cutting a corner to get closer to them, but they really just take a very bad line. And again, this is not going to get me anywhere. I haven't heard anything from my... Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so enter to confirm the pit. Hopefully I did that right, because I can't see anywhere if I have confirmed my pits or not, because I don't want to go into the pits and then have no crew waiting for me. I just hope that Massa doesn't have the same thing. Okay, so 0.9 times 13. It's about 13 laps of fuel. Oh, no shit. It's just a little less. Oh! Oh, he's actually going into the pits as well. Of course. Because why not? Oh, I just went very slow. We're all the way at the back of the of the pit lane. .4. We rejoined right behind Massa again. Raikkonen has continued. Hopefully we don't come out in traffic. It seems clear. The fight is still on with our championship rival. And we're gonna head straight into a battle. Not quite. I could have gone one extra lap, but I already confirmed it. If it was F1 Challenge, if I saw that what Massa did, I would have continued right away and disabled my pit stop. But it's a little different in this game. If you have confirmed your pit stop, you have to go in, otherwise your car will slow down every time you pass the pit entry. Yeah, but I still always press enter just in case. Oh, come on. We can win this race, but we just have to pass Massa. 5.4 was a very quick stop. My previous lap time, previous stop time in Australia was a 6.7. It's a very difficult corner. I'm actually getting a bit of a pain in my wrist because of how much pressure I have to take to turn into that corner. Raikkonen is in the pits. Good to know. Also, very glad that he is, and not that he's on a non-stop. How much fuel do we even have? Plenty. Oh, lots of fuel. Too much, actually. And we've cleared Raikkonen as well. Now... Oh, Raikkonen is... Oh, not that far away. He's made up... the seconds he was behind me in the pit stop in that one lap that he continued. Well, you have less fuel, so that makes sense, but holy hell. I heard an engine, I was like, could be a backmarker car, but no, it was Raikkonen. So, we may have been separated after a few laps at the start, but it's all to play for now. And Raikkonen actually needs supports more than we do. If he wins with Massa and me retiring, it'll be very close at the top. Let's not think about that, by the way. I'm actually very scared that Massa's gonna have the upper hand here. He is pulling away. Well, we have plenty of laps to regain the time lost. 11 after this. But being back on a lot of fuel is... I should have actually decreased the fuel load, but normally the pit stops are so fast. I don't want to, you know, go into cockpit cabin and change it and then lose a second because of that. Because if that was the case, I would have lost out to Raikkonen. And I would have been a lot further behind Massa than I am right now. The second corner is where I have to take the most time, so... No retirements or any mistakes yet, after PK's exit. Why am I'm constantly jinxing it! Yellow flags again, and it's right here. What's happened? Oh, that car's gone on the gravel. It's a... It was India. Yeah, it was Sutil out of the race. I saw no damage. I think it's still, you know, I think it was another engine issue, so I'm not gonna look at that. But second time in a row for poor Sutil. I haven't seen the problem, but I think it's the same thing. We'll see at the end of the race. If it was a crash, I'm afraid I missed it, but I don't see any other car or any damage. Or car parts, so... Oh, okay, in the vanilla game you can. Good to know. I do want to try the vanilla game at one point. Could be, yeah. 1.4 seconds. It's not good enough. We have 10 laps to go. We have to take out a little bit out of Massa's time every single lap. It doesn't matter how much it is. Even if it's just half a tenth, we need to take every bit of advantage we can. And right now it's not looking too good. It's also not, yellow flags are gone, but they're still active. I think they're running away again. No, they're not. Yeah, now they are. Okay, the car has finally been dragged to the pits, to the wall. That was a yellow flag for a whole lap. It's very difficult to get a car to the wall when it's in the gravel. I can't see Raikkonen in my mirrors anymore. So he's too small to be close. Ah, that's a shame. Why did I do that? And I see Raikkonen in my mirrors again. Truly hasn't stopped. No one behind us has stopped. What? Some people haven't, some people have. Interesting. Buddha is not lost anymore because he didn't stop. A non-stop in a 50% race is pretty much a one-stop they did in real life, and a one-stop is a two-stop. That's the way you can look at it. Which makes perfect sense. Okay, we're very close again. I should not make those mistakes again that I did in the final corner. And I've geared up one too high. Or too early. It's this corner in particular that they're very fast. I'm struggling. Well, not really struggling, I don't know how to take that corner any faster. Just hope that my teammate gets good enough points for McLaren, so we don't lose in the constructors battle too soon. I want to have at least a bit of a gap. Eight laps to go. The gap is 0.7. Kovalainen is still 5th. Oh yeah. We'll be, I think we'll be able to attack him in the next 2 laps. But I'm not going to make any promises. It will be a very tough battle. Just need to stick to his ass and not do this racing line. Hello. I've been chasing him the entire race. Ever since I let him go at the first corner, he's been booking it, and I've been chasing him ever since. PK, Boudet hasn't retired. It was Sutil. But PK is out because of engine problems, and Sutil gearbox or engine as well, or transmission or suspension. Either of those, I didn't look at it because I thought it wasn't interesting enough. We'll have a look at it after the race has ended. Meanwhile, the most important thing going on in this race is the battle for first. between 3 drivers, 2 Ferraris, 1 McLaren, 7 laps to go. We have lost a 10th to Massa in that last lap. Oh, don't do that again. I'm trying to hug that corner way too much. Yeah, that's definitely true. It's also a very long replay. You can really skip all the way to the start. I don't know how the game keeps that data, but it's very detailed. Probably one of the best features of this game is the replay value. Like, in terms of the game play and the replay itself. We have a back marker coming up. This might give us a better chance of getting close and maybe pass him, but it's also quite risky. Raikkonen is still very close to me. 6 laps to go. Gap has increased again. Okay, we haven't been this close in a while, since the pit stops. It's crucial that we take this cautiously. I think the next car is Nakajima. I think we still have the fastest lap. Okay, Massa's gone past. I don't like this one bit. Oh my god, okay. Jesus. Okay. From all places, but it's okay. We're still the same distance. Backmarks are the scariest thing in all of AI. They're so unpredictable. Now he's holding up Raikkonen. This is a gap of about, I think, 6/10. It is 6/10, almost exactly. 1.8 seconds to Raikkonen, but he's not important. We don't have to defend, we just have to attack. This is it. We haven't been this close. Almost on the grass, slipstream. No. I had a great run, I overcooked it by hugging the inside of that corner again. I thought it was going to close in. But he did. This is not going to be easy. They also brake very late at the corner. I just don't want to overshoot and then, you know, maybe even losing second place. Now Raikkonen is back. We still have 4 laps. Anything can happen. The best and the worst. We'll see which side of the coin I'll take. Yeah, he did. But it was fair. Yeah, I should have, but I was just too slow. If I would have blocked him, I would have ran into him. He was not aiming to brake. we're very matched. So even if I have the fastest lap, it doesn't say anything. Because this fastest lap is almost identical. They broke the brakes so late. It's impossible to make a move with them braking so late. I will never have the upper hand, and if I do brake as late as them, I will just smash it into the side of them. And that will have, well, complications for both of us. I don't want to ruin a race like that, in that way. And Raikkonen is right behind me again. He's joining the fight for first, with just 4 laps to go. The backmarks are, well, and also the fight between Massa and I, even though I feel like it's not really wasting too much time, but apparently, oh fuck. That one little mistake and it could throw any chance of winning the race out the window. Also, getting past these backmarks is easier than I thought, but it's still scary. Trying to force him into a mistake, but it's not really working out. 3 laps to go, and we have another back marker in front of us. It's Bourdais. Oh! Oh, that's... Holy crap! We went for it, we did get past, but only for a few... Well, not even a few, it's just a second. And now Raikkonen is right on my tail again. I'm actually feeling the heat right now. I'm so scared, my heart is pumping through my throat. Kubica's in the pits, what the fuck? Did he have damage? We'll look at that in a bit. Or was it a scheduled pits? I don't know. I thought I was gonna absolutely smash into him, but he was wary. Well, I'm glad he was. But now I have to defend and attack at the same time. But before we do, I'm gonna give myself a little break and look at what happened to Kubica, if even anything happened to him, because he went in the pits for whatever reason. Seems like he has no fuel left, or I can't see that. No engine problem. No, it says engine problem is on the steering wheel twice. Anyway, there's a lot of letters inside of each other, so don't even know. At least it's correlated. He's retired from the race. Or they're trying to fix it in the pits. Who knows? Okay. Seems like he had an issue. We have to be careful because Raikkonen is on the prowl. We have 2 laps to go. I think we only have one more chance because this is not an opportunity. We've only had one attack on him this whole race. I wish I had more, but I just don't have the pace. I've made a few mistakes that probably cost me a few opportunities, but even if I did... that corner is such a pain. This probably is one of my best laps I've done. It feels like I'm driving on rails. apart from that corner. That corner was shit. One more chance, and it has to be turn 3. There's a back marker in front who could play a role here. Final lap. The gap between first to third is not even 2 seconds. Nope, too far away. Only the back marker can give us the win. It's a very interesting point where we'll probably let him through. The most important thing is if he lets me through. It's just too slow in this corner to make a difference, and he's gonna get past him. I can tell, yeah. Shit. Jesus Christ, that's not how I want to pass someone. Okay. Well, I'll settle for second. I don't have any other chance. Why is he so far up my ass? I don't like that back marker. I think it's Davidson. Holy shit, this has been one nerve-wracking Grand Prix. Obviously not a lot has happened, but enough for my body to shake from adrenaline. Holy shit, we've crossed the line in second, behind Massa unfortunately, but we stayed in front of Raikkonen. 8 points, but this game wasn't made for the point system of 2003. That was close. It's the closest race so far. It's only the second race, but it was more exciting than in Australia at least. There, we finally passed him. That one move I did here and ran wide, the skip marks are still visible. Man. I gotta say, even though I didn't win, I think it's the best race so far. And holy shit, battling the AI in this game is awesome. It is scary, but that's a good. What? Kubica's taking. Kubica didn't have an engine problem at all. I think he had a fuel problem. Well, not a fuel problem. I think he was just really low on fuel. He was stretching that stint a lot, and he just took the fastest lap away in the final lap. God damn it, dude. It showed, and I'm glad the AI level is, you know, adherent to that. I was debating between Pro and Ace, but I think I've chosen the right one. Pro is even very difficult too. It was entertaining, I don't know. I mean, I was just driving the same laps behind the... It was exciting in terms of when I'll get him, and I never got him, unfortunately. So, as you see, Alonso partying. Race results: Massa wins, then it's Hamilton, Raikkonen, Trulli, Kovalainen, Heidfeld, Webber, Glock, Alonso, Coulthard, Button, Kubica, Vettel, Rosberg. Again, Wu Burns, Barrichello, I don't know, I changed that, and I don't know, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Maybe I can change it in the game files, but fuck it. So, Giancarlo Fisichella, Davidson, Sato, Bourdais, Nakajima, Sutil, and PK with, oh, a puncture! Sutil retired because of a puncture. None of the issues that I named were the reason. The reason was the puncture, okay. Interesting. Driver best laps, I would be interested in that. Kubica nicked it on the final lap. Ferraris were close. I was just ahead of them, but didn't have an overall pace. And the slowest of the bunch goes to Bourde. My teammate, 8th. Okay. I need to remind myself so I can put it in the Excel. Massa, Hamilton, Raikkonen, Trulli, Kovalainen, Heidfeld, Webber, and Glock. Glock got a point. Let's freaking go. That was that. But wait, if I go into no, if I go into the driver names again, it's changed back to Ruburns. Okay, that's a shame. Anyway, I don't think anyone is paying too much attention to that, but I care about the little details. So I always see that immediately. I'm actually surprised that when I did make the graphics for the highlights for the Australian Grand Prix, I had the teams mixed up. So I don't know. No one saw that. I didn't see a comment about it. But yeah. Anyway, that was the Malaysian Grand Prix round 2, and round 3 will be obviously Bahrain. If I got that right. Yep. So tune in for next time, whenever that will be. You'll hear it. If you're in the Discord, then you know exactly when I'll go live. I'll say it on the day. So yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, and bye bye.